What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
A woman in England caught her husband of 17 years and the father of their 4 children cheating in the back of his dad's work van. She posted the entire 2.5-minute video online. His pants are down through the whole thing, but there's no actual nudity. His shirt is over it. I watched the whole video, and when I say back of the van, it's like a work van. Like there's a compressor in there. There's like, tools and there's a thick accent, English accent, but check this just visually and then think about it. And her kids, by the way, the mom, she got out of her car and her kids are in her car. So she gets out with the camera and puts it all on Facebook.
There you go, look.
We done.
Get the worried, back at van.
We done.
Go on.
We done.
Go on.
We done.
Enjoy it. You watch this going all over Facebook's in the back of his dad's van. Cheating on me, his wife for 17 years, but last New Year with some bag.
No, it's not right.
No, go on, carry on. You want a show, you can have a show.
All right, it's over. It's over.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What's over? You and her. This is going on Facebook. You watch.
Put the phone.
Now?
You've got
now?
the phone.
Now?
Your kids are in that car.
So? Yeah, exactly. Your kids are in that car. Our kids are in that car.
Can you just put the phone away?
No. You need to pull your pants up.
How embarrassing.
Good
she sounds
Lord.
like baby reindeer.
Wow, she does.
Must be a part of England where they speak like that because it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that, man? That's so
Wild.
crazy.
It's sad,
It's just sad
actually.
that the kids are like right there. Like,
Yeah.
time and place.
Well, that's
right?
going to be a problem later, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get an update on Kyle's New Year's resolution.
Woohoo!
Right? Like, who's talking about New Year's resolutions right now? Me.
Right.
Me.
Right.
I am. Because I have not dropped my New Year's resolution. In fact, I think I'm kicking its butt.
Yeah.
So remember how I shared with you my main resolution was decluttering. Like decluttering the main areas of my house that just drive me insane. So I started off with a list and I took one area of the house for each month of the year. Just because it's like very overwhelming if you didn't do that. So January, I focused on my closet. I did that. February, my little craft area. And March, the goal was our garage, which was a big, giant task.
Yeah, that sounds like that's way cluttered.
Guess what, Richard?
What?
It's not anymore.
Already?
Check it off the list. It's
Already?
the first week of March, and I am done.
Really?
Okay, so do you give yourself like the break for the rest of the month of March and then you go into May? Or are you going to start on your May tasks now?
There's a month in
Or
the middle
like a
there.
couple
I wouldn't skip April, but yeah.
Oh, sorry,
No,
April.
that's okay. I knew what you're
Yeah.
talking about. But I think, like, no. Like, I think I'm going to stick with it. Like, one a month. It's
Okay.
doable, and I feel like I'm on a roll. So I'm going to just say I'm good for now the month of March. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the year because now every time I get home and I drive into my garage, it's like all clean and organized.
It's kind of
Does it-
amazing.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, you guys, this is the best New Year's resolution ever because it's March and I'm still rolling on it.
I thought Peyton was going to be like, no, well, in my family, we don't do resolutions in April.
Oh, yeah,
Like the way, what?
Oh, just because I missed the month of April?
Right, because I thought that was like, oh my, that must be just a gimme in her family.
I feel
April's
like
off
my
limits.
brain is like still loading this morning. Like I'm still on my first cup of coffee, so please bear with
It's okay. I knew what you meant.
What room has been the hardest so far? Or
My
what
closet.
area? Oh, so once you
I think
kick
that's
that,
why I picked it first,
Yeah.
because it was the most overwhelming and it needed the most decluttering.
I don't know how you do that without help because, to me, if you live there, then you're used to the chaos. You need somebody else to come in and go, this is ridiculous. Move all this over here.
But I did like the Marie Kondo where I literally took every hanger off, like every hanger off of the hanger thing, whatever holds them. And I was like, does this bring me joy? And if not, it was gone.
You know, along those lines, so my garage is a mess and my closet is a mess. And I think I told you guys yesterday, I took all these hoodies out of the trunk of my car. I was counting them yesterday because they were piled up in the garage. And I stopped counting at 30. There were 30 of them piled up, right? And so I cut the pile in half and I moved it. And then I thought to myself, I remember back in the day when Kurt Warner was on Dancing with the Stars, I was at his house one time and these people came for his wardrobe. They're like, what do you think about this? And they wheeled in, and I've seen it now in like TV shows. It's like a portable closet hanger. You ever seen that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I thought I should get one of those and put it in my closet because I put it in my garage because the hoodies that I have, I wear because it's cold outside and it's cold in here. But when I leave, it's not cold, right? So I thought, what if I just had the hanging thing in my garage? So I said to my wife last night, I give her this whole explanation. She goes, what are we, the Clampets? The Clampets are like, the Beverly Hillbillies, like these hillbillies. I didn't know that was a hillbilly. I thought that was functional.
Yeah.
But she was all against it, and I was kind of bummed out about it.
Really?
It's a great thing.
You
Yeah.
can go on Amazon and get one of those for like $20.
I didn't say it was hard to get.
Yeah,
Don't
but
know
I
if she's
mean,
gonna not like it in our garage.
Do you guys have those cupboards in your garage, like on the walls?
Yeah.
Maybe if you clear out one of those cupboards and then put a hanging rack up there, you can just use it so it's tucked away.
Yeah.
So it actually looks like a closet.
Wait a
It's
minute.
not
There
just
might be a hanging
That's
rack in
genius.
there
There
already.
probably is, yeah.
done.
I gotta open those doors. Wait a tick. Well, when you said who's talking about resolutions, well, check this out. I still am because mine is 10,000 steps a day. So
And you're still doing it every day. Have you ever missed a day yet?
Well, when I first started this resolution about 10,000 steps a day, my thought was, I'm going to have one day, it'd be Sunday, where if I don't hit 10,000 steps, it's okay. Right?
I think giving yourself one day
Sure.
of grace is perfectly
So
fine.
my goal is 6 days a week to get at least 10,000 steps. But what happened was one of the first Sundays, just all by itself on its own, I hit 10,000 steps on Sunday. And I was like, dang. So now I've never gone below 10,000 steps. So even though I allow myself the day to not get 10,000 steps, I've been crushing it ever since. Not crushing it.
Well, that's pretty
yesterday I was
amazing.
like at 10,200 steps.
I think reaching your goal should be considered crushing.
For sure.
But then, so it's 6 days. I've been hitting 7 days. And then I still have that one resolution from 2 years ago where I never turned down water. And that's really frustrating.
What do you mean? How is that
People offer me
frustrating?
water all the time.
But you carry around a big giant jug of water.
Which is
and you
why I
still
want to say
accept
no.
the water?
Yes.
You just hold
I'm
two
holding my
waters?
water, and someone goes, "Do you like some water?" I'm like, "No, thanks." And I go, "Oh, yes."
And then you just take the water bottle and put it in your water bottle.
No, I just chug theirs right in front of me.
Okay.
I just chug it as
Because
fast
you
as
want
I
to
can.
show that you appreciate them getting you water.
Well, actually, it has nothing to do with them. It's just with my stupid resolution I made. It's very, very, very difficult. By the way, I got to tell you something that happened in my house yesterday, and I think of Kyle because I know Kyle's done this, and I don't know if Peyton's done this or not. But yesterday, we're eating dinner. It's my son Dutch, it's my wife Blake, and my oldest son Jake. And Dutch says casually to his mom. Now, Dutch somehow has access to credit cards and Venmo and all this stuff. Dutch says to Blake, by the way, you're going to see a $900 deduction in your Venmo account.
Oh.
But don't worry, it's going to be paid back very soon. Just don't get alarmed. She's like, what are you talking about? So it's his spring break next week, and he's going somewhere with some friends. And apparently, he didn't tell his mom this. He told me this, and I actually said, if you're going to do this, don't tell your mom. But he's going skydiving.
How fun!
Right? How fun. My wife went through the roof.
I
I'm
bet.
sure.
Oh, because she'd be so worried.
Worried, and also, I'm not going to pay for the skydiving thing. I
Right.
don't want you to go I said, if you're going to go skydiving, don't tell us about it. Just send us the picture after you do it.
Right.
And I
That's
said-
what I did with my parents
That's what
when
you did
I
with
went skydiving. It's like I didn't tell either one of my parents. I called them right afterwards. I was like, guess what I just did?
That's what
and
I
they
did.
were both really mad,
Yeah.
but like excited that I was still alive.
You did it. You did it. Now you'll never
Yeah.
do it again.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want to come with us? I was like, no, I don't. And he goes, why not? And I said, because I know for a fact I weigh too much. I don't know if I do, but I'm just going to go with that. There was a point in my life where I was willing to jump out of an airplane to do it, but not anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. But anyway, so she's through the roof. You can't go skydiving and all this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, I told you, don't tell her. So, and then I said, or she can read about it in the news.
Oh, no.
So then they start doing all these. Then my Jake and Dutch and Blake start Googling that only 10 people a year die on skydiving.
That seems like a lot.
Only 10.
It does seem kind of like a lot.
I guess that's not a lot. I mean, you think about how many people die in car accidents, how many people die in other things.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you're voluntary jumping out of an airplane. Like
Right.
I don't know if I would ever really want to go skydiving. I don't know if that's something that would ever interest me. Maybe if I was at like a really low point in my life and I needed to feel alive again, maybe I would jump out of a
Well,
plane.
I made up this theory years ago. This is just my own theory that if you can skydive, if you can jump out of an airplane, and when you land safely, I think there's nothing in your life you can't do. That's what I. That's what I
actually
think.
fair.
That's what I think.
If you got the cojones to pull that off,
You can do anything.
walking into a meeting's not going to mess
You
you
can
up.
get up on stage and talk. You can.
Yeah,
you can
that's
go
true.
and fall in front of people. You can do whatever.
That's true.
Whatever.
Jumped out of a perfectly good plane.
And that's you, Kyle.
Well, it was honestly probably the biggest rush I ever felt.
Really?
That's what I figure.
Yeah. I will say this. Like, if you are considering going, wear something over your nose because the air's really cold up there. It was like, that was all I could think about. Right when we jumped out of the plane, the cold air going in my nose, I'm like, it's freezing. I don't know. Like, and I wasn't even
You're
focused
not even
on
worried
falling
about
out of the air.
You're like, oh, my nose. Do you have? Until the guy behind you. Do you have some sort of a scarf or something? My nose is cold. And then you land.
Yeah. But it was awesome.
I told my son Jake, because Jake was like, I want to go, but his spring break is different. His spring break is the week after. And I go, look, play your cards right, or whatever happens. You might be an only child.
What happened to Kemp?
Kemp's going with him.
Oh, he is?
They're both going.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
They're both going, yeah.
So not only did he tell on Dutch tell on himself, but he also told on Kemp.
Yeah, so Blake calls Kemp on speakerphone and says, what is it, you guys are going skydiving? And he goes, oh, that stupid kid.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.